Well, it's me again, and this is my podcast and my world, where I take you along on an adventure where we get to explore everything and anything that goes on in my mind. Oh boy, is it random, is it crazy, it's nuts, it's all over the place. So grab yourself a cup of coffee and let's have a good time. Hey! Good morning, my friends. It's me again. Woohoo! Hey, I'm on a roll. Let's talk about controversial things, shall we? Welcome, everyone. This is my world. I'm Graham. I'm your host here on this podcast. And these are my views, my opinions, and what's going on in my brain, which is not a whole lot, clearly. So today, the thing that is on my mind, I'm just going to get straight to it. Is everybody living in a fog or just not paying attention to what's going on around them? Seriously. I don't think anyone's paying attention, to be honest with you. I don't think the majority of people in the world, day-to-day life, have any clue to what's happening. You have a large majority of people who just refuse to pay attention to the news or the media or politics or anything. I mean, they straight up refuse. They are so comfortable and so used to not listening or looking around to see what's going on that they don't even think about it. I made a comment about the State of the Union to a few people, and they didn't even know it happened. Really? The President of the United States spoke to the American people. You didn't even notice? Oh, I don't watch the news. Oh, yeah, I'm not into politics. I swear, I do. I swear, a majority of people have no idea what's going on in the world. They're completely clueless. Completely clueless. They have no idea. And then when somebody says something, without getting any of the information, they just take it and accept it, and they run with it. So wherever they get their information, either be right or wrong, left or right, they say, oh, well, I guess that's what he said, or, oh, that's what she did, or, oh, okay, got it, oh, that's what that person stands for, without actually going into it and listening to it. Now that's kind of, my opinion, that's pretty fucking ignorant, don't you think? Pretty ignorant, pretty stupid, pretty silly, pretty dumb. Wake up. And here's the thing I've learned too, is these people that are sleepwalking, there's no waking them up. They're in such a deep sleep. They can't wake up. It doesn't matter what you say to them, what you put in front of them, how much you talk, how much you show them with the evidence or the proof of something. It's like they make up their mind, and no matter what, you can't push them one way or the other or sway them one way or the other. It is what it is. Yep, that's how I feel. Oh, I don't care. Oh, they lied? Yeah, I don't believe it. It's like, wow, okay. And then they have to see always the negative in everything. That's what I think is hilarious, especially with this Donald Trump thing. Is there's always negativity. Always. He's racist. He's a bigot. He's a liar. He colluded with the so-and-so. I'm like, really? he colluded with Russia. Where's your evidence? Where's your proof? It's been a year now since that stuff has been going around. I haven't seen 1 ounce of evidence yet, and they're still talking about it on the news. Oh man, how come people don't wake up? The information is right in front of their face and they don't wake up. Here's the thing about Donald Trump that I've witnessed and I saw during the election and stuff too. He's not a Republican. He just happened to railroad the Republican Party. He's not a Democrat. Not really. Not a modern Democrat. He is what I would consider an old school Democrat before the progressives got in and changed everything. He's like middle ground. That's what's so weird. So much of his way of thinking and his politics are very Democratic and also kind of Republican. I mean, it's like almost a little bit of the best of both worlds. It's very strange. I don't know if people know how to handle that. You know, they don't vote for you. And it's like, hey, he's not on my team. And then he goes and does good stuff. And it's like, yeah, but quit rubbing it in. You know, what? You got a $2,000 check in your pocket, people. Some of you. You got better taxes. You got more child credit on your taxes for next year. For this year. Guess what? Guess what? Wasn't the Democratic Party that did that. And it really wasn't the Republican Party either, even though they're the ones that voted for it. I mean, not one Democrat voted to have you pay less taxes. Instead, they say nothing about you paying less taxes, but they keep saying, oh, there he goes, giving the rich more taxes, him and his cronies, man, or cutting taxes for the rich, cutting taxes for big, huge businesses. That top 1%, man, they got a deal. Meanwhile, the rest of us are getting screwed. That's bullshit. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that out of a Democrat's mouth, and I'm like, wow, do you just, repeat everything you hear on the news instead of going and getting a copy of the frickin' tax bill and reading it for yourself? I mean, what happened with self-education, people? You know, all these documents, all this paperwork, all this stuff that comes out, you have access to it. It's like the JFK files. You can read those yourself. You can download them, and it'll take you a year to freaking read them, but you can read them yourself. It's all right there. It's all available. I mean, let's do some self-education. It's not hard. So, I'm going to totally title this podcast Red Pill. Or maybe take your damn red pill. I mean, what does it take? What does it actually take for this president to do to make people realize that he's the president for the people? See, the first time in history, in my life, let's put it this way, the first time in my life, we finally have a president that isn't about politics. But nobody can see it. Or got their blinders on. You know, the first time in history we have a president who literally wants to put the people first. When he says, make America great again, I honestly believe that's exactly what he means. I don't see... Yeah, he ran as a Republican, but it's because he didn't have a choice. He played the game that they put forth. What game is that, you ask? Well, the politics. If he would have ran as a Democrat, he may have kicked Hillary's butt, fair and square. However, it would have been more difficult for him to get the Republican side knocked down. So we did the hardest thing first. The hardest thing was to beat out, 16 other candidates? He beat out 16, I think my number's right, 16 candidates. One at a time. I mean, he played it right. He played it perfect. And he ran on the Republican ticket, but he's not a Republican. He's never been a Republican. He's a real, true outsider. Bernie Sanders. You know, he played on the Democrat ticket. Is he really a Democrat? That's for you to decide. But I would say he's probably not an outsider. I mean, he holds a position of office, has for a very long time. Yeah, I don't think Bernie's an outsider. He's just extremely progressive. You know, communism, basically. And, yeah, but Donald Trump's never held an office, a thing of office. We've been saying for years, you know, we need someone in there that is a businessman. Someone in there that can fix the things that are wrong with our government and all the corruption. And we finally get it. And the Democrats have been saying this too. Okay? All these years. Finally get it, and guess what? Half of the country is against him. I mean, they voted for Bernie Sanders. Why? They voted for him because they wanted someone that wasn't a politician, somebody that was outside of the norm. And now they're not standing for the person that's outside the norm? No, he's not a progressive, but he's not a politician. No, not a politician. He doesn't care about politics. He might run for president again to finish what he's got going, but he has no desires to do this for politic reasons. Sure as hell don't need the money. He's a multi-billionaire. Very successful. Okay, so he got a loan from his dad to start. But the rest of it wasn't his dad's doing, it was his doing. He's successful. Yeah, there's been bankruptcies and lawsuits and all kinds of shit. Guess what? That's what happens when you're at the top. You played by their rules. Is he my president? Yeah, he is. He's my president. Did I vote for him? No. Why is he my president? Well, he's my president because he was elected office. He holds the throne. He is the president. You have to respect the position. And apparently he's doing a good job because the economy is going up considerably. And you can say Obama did it. Sure, whatever. I can guarantee you if Hillary would have gotten in, the economy most likely would not be going up. You know, When is America going to wake up? When are the people going to open their eyes and realize that what they got in front of them is a lot better than what they've had or what they're getting? Or would have been getting, I should say. The world is a terrible thing. And we finally need someone to stand up for the people. And I honestly feel in my gut that is what this person is doing. Oh, it's just... What is it going to take? I guess that's what I should be at. What is it going to take for this president to do to prove himself? And you know what? The more and more I think about it, I don't think it matters. I don't think a lot of these people are ever going to wake up. I think a lot of these people are never, ever, ever going to take their red pill. It's not going to happen. It's a sad thing, but it is what it is. And, yeah. But whatever, people have to live their own lives and make their own decisions, and all you can do is hope that as they get older, they start opening their eyes and realizing how precious life really is. I guess I got lucky to be as young as I was, to be able to wake up. Fortunately, my waking up took me being close to death. But it is what it is, we all get our moment, if not now. Some people believe after death. I don't want to knock anybody, really. Just because you believe in something doesn't mean it's wrong to you. I try to keep an open mind, literally an open mind, and an open conversation. I don't think one person is right or wrong. I think there's a lot of gray, and there's a lot of in between. For thousands and thousands of years, people believed the earth was flat. And if you go out into the ocean, you'll fall off the edge. They really believed it. And then you prove to them it's not flat. And then forever, a lot of people were in such denial. That doesn't prove anything. The earth is flat. Hell, there's people today that still believe that the earth is flat. You could take those people into outer space and have them turn around and look at the planet, and they would still believe the earth is flat. There are people that believe that there is a comet coming. And by taking a glass of juice, somehow their soul is going to be able to jump onto that comet and be taken away to heaven.
This has been a Graham's World broadcast, brought to you directly from Graham's mind. So stay tuned, because there's more to come.